Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. It's Thursday, and you already know what that means. Plenty of laughs, off the subject discussions, and of course, real boxing talk. So pop open a cold one or vino. Here's the real life Tres Amigos, sports TV broadcaster and reporter, Bethel Duran, your host.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
And co-host, legendary Golden Boy matchmaker, Roberto Diaz, and world champion trainer, Joel Diaz. Ladies and gentlemen, this is ThursDIAZ.
Woo! And it really is ThursDIAZ. Bethel Duran alongside the coach, Joel Diaz. We are back. We are here. It's been way too long, and everybody's going to complain. But before, we have reasons. We have lots of reasons. But first of all,
we have
Coach,
lots of reasons.
How are you doing? I missed you. I see you, but I miss you on ThursDIAZ.
I'm doing great. I'm blessed, man. I have a lot of work. Thank God every day. I have a full house at the gym. Since we opened the gym, and it's been a blessing, man. And we got people trying to get in. We have a waiting list. Honestly, we have a waiting list. People want to get in, and we have a long waiting list because we have a lot of kids right now, and they want to come in. And we can only handle so much. And I like to dedicate time with the kids. Antonio and I, we just don't want to have kids there just running around and wandering around. We dedicate time to the kids, so we want to be able to work with what we can handle.
Yeah, and it's we want to be able to be here for you, the fans, and we want to take advantage of it. We want to make sure everything else is there. So when people are like, okay, so just give people the heads up. Everybody, look, we're going to be here for you. I talked to Coach today. He was at the gym. I was at the gym, and I FaceTimed and we talked, and we're like, yes, we're going to do it. We're here. But also, and Coach agrees with me here, we don't want to do a show just to do a show and feel rushed and not do it right.
Right.
And Coach, like, I've been busy, you've been busy, but like today it just feels like, we have a chance to breathe a little bit too. And then at the same time,
Right.
You're training your fighters, you're training the kids, you have your gym, you have the family, you have the horses. Sometimes you're just tired. Sometimes you're just tired.
You know, actually this morning I woke up a little late and I felt off because Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays we have a 6:00 class for adults. And after the class, I go to the ranch and I work the horses. Sometimes I feel bad because the horses are like athletes. They're like kids. If you don't take them out to play, they get bored. And my horses recently, they've been destroying the water feeders and stuff because they're bored. I need to get them out, run them, just walk them or just get them out. They need to burn some energy.
Yeah.
And by the time I finish that, I get home, I have breakfast, and then I go to the gym, and I'm at the gym from 10 to 3 o'clock. I come home, have lunch, and I gotta be back by 5 o'clock, and I'm there till 9 p.m. every day. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we don't have those classes, so we're done by 7:30. We're done. But it's a busy schedule, and it keeps me busy. I like it. And I was at the gym today, and I said, you know what? Obviously, boxing is a physical sport, but now that I'm working with these classes at night, and I don't do a lot of physical work. Antonio does a lot of mid work with the adults. I do a lot of the motivation, like, hey, come on, pick it up, let's go. And I'm yelling at people, and I'm just pushing people. So I'm basically drained. I get home drained because, all the energy that I bring to these people just to push them. So I like it. And people leave, they're tired. And they always leave with a good comment. Man, it was a great class. Thank you, Coach. You bring the energy. You guys have a lot of energy. We have people coming in every day, signing up for the adult classes. Busy every day, thank God.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And I went there, was it a couple weeks ago when we had the show in Indio, and I went there the night before, and you were doing stuff like that, and it was like, wow, de volada, blah, 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 and everything's going back and forth, and it's like, man, there's a lot of stuff going on. It's good to see because we've seen the show grow. The studio grow. We've seen your everything in the evolution of the gym from being a spot where homeless people were at to now where it's going on. So it's cool. It's happy for you. And so people are wondering, like, and I get the messages We have the ThursDIAZ Instagram, my personal Instagram too. When are you guys going to do the show? We're going to do the show. I was like, okay. I went back and looked. The last time we did a show was the end of March, and we had Alexis Rocha on it. And from then, April was just busy for you. You were training Bivol in the Bivol's camp. You were there with him. You had a lot of stuff going on. The gym was opening up. We were going back and forth, and it was just picking up. So we have a lot of stuff to catch up on with everybody. And we do thank you for everybody that's been able to stay with us and send the support. Every Thursday, Coach, no matter what, there's that message. Se va a hacer. And right now, people are even answering. Se va a hacer? Oh, no, you're busy. Oh, you're busy.
They always blame you because, I mean, it's up to you. I mean, we've done it. You know, we did it through the pandemic.
Yeah.
When we were in a bubble.
Yeah. We've done it in Turkey and Uzbekistan, everywhere.
In Turkey, Uzbekistan, Oklahoma. We've been everywhere, and we had the time. When here, it was night. I had to wake up early morning.
Yeah.
9 in the morning in Uzbekistan. And it was great, you know, because people are right there just waiting to hear. And we thank all the people. Honestly, personally, I thank all those people that are always looking forward to listening to our stories and just, you know, having a good little chat about boxing and what we do. I mean, I appreciate it because I always get those comments too. Coach, no ThursDIAZ para sacar las frías, or, you know, Arturo Alvarado from Texas. Coach, sacamos las amargosas, okay? Hey, relax.
Yeah. And it wasn't like when people were like, oh, how come you don't do it? I'm like, look, man, I don't get paid to do it. So if I'm going to go somewhere and they're going to pay me, then it's good. I love doing the podcast. It's not about the money or anything like that. It's just somebody mentioned it when we did now that Golden Boy's doing the Indio shows, they're like, Beto, do the podcast after the show. I'm like, do you know how hard it is to do a broadcast?
It's hard.
And then you're done, and then you want to go do it again. Sometimes you just want to beer and relax, you know. And it's not that we don't want to do it for the fans. We do appreciate it a lot, and it's a lot of fun to do. And I do a lot of different things, and it's fun. It's great. And I kid you not, every single show I go to, somebody's yelling ThursDIAZ. I was in Vegas. I went to the Oscar Valdez, Shakur Stevenson fight. I just drove up that day and back. I came because, you know, Oscar's a good friend of mine. And I went to the fight, and I'm walking to the arena, ThursDIAZ. And I'm like, whoa. Like, and I wish I could make that stuff up, but I'm not. It's really cool, and it's fun to see. And then every single time I get asked to be on a podcast where I'm a guest for a couple of minutes, I always promote it, you know, ThursDIAZ, this and that. And they're like, oh, what is it? And I'm like, well, I tell stories about the fight fan or Coach Joel Diaz and Roberto, and they're always like, what, really? I want to hear about it. And it's like, we could make it a lot bigger, but man, it's a lot of work. And it feels like we have a community here. Mikey V making the post, you know, Rogelio Chapa. Oh, Rogelio checking in, says Beto's busy playing golf. Usually I'm doing everything else. But look, this is how long it's been that I'm in the garage back again. Look, the garage door is back. The garage door is back. I don't have my cover. I have the ThursDIAZ t-shirt back there. I have the Imagine That workshop signs up there. You know, I've been to Mexico now. I've been traveling around. I went to Sonora. There's just so many stories to go. There's so many stories.
Yeah.
But first, of course, get yourself a beer. It's a little warm.
Beto, hey, welcome back.
Yeah.
Cheers. Saludos a Rogelio Chapa.
Yeah.
Rogelio, thank you. Rogelio's done a lot for me, and I'm grateful for everything that Rogelio has done for me.
One of the good guys in the sport, man. Good lawyer. If you need an immigration lawyer, Rogelio Chapa, hit him up. But cheers to everybody on this ThursDIAZ. Man, look at Rogelio. It doesn't have to be everybody. We could do beer, cigars, and boxing. Well, ¿sabes qué? Next fight, July 28th in Indio, we'll be out there. If you want to hang out with us in Indio after the fights, I'll be there no matter what.
Let's do it.
So let's do Jesus. I forgot to text Roberto.
Oh my God. Do it now. He's probably smoking a cigar, having a glass of wine. So
you know what? I forgot. I forgot to text Roberto Diaz. We were doing the show. Oh my God. And I just saw him the other day. Oh man. I'll send him a message right now if he can join us real quick. Or if anybody there has Roberto's number, tell him I just completely forgot to text him because I was so excited setting things up. And you know, there's a lot of stuff going on. All right, so here's where I've been. Let me update you guys. And here's what's going on. And part of the reason why we haven't been able to do the show is Thursdays have been busy. Now, Golden Boy is going to be doing a special series, Golden Boy Fight Night, in Indio. And I'm going to be on the broadcast along with Bernard Hopkins. And so we're doing those shows on Thursdays. The next one's going to be at the end of July, I believe the 28th. So that's busy. My daughter plays soccer on Thursday. She has practice. So as soon as the practice is over, I got to hustle back to be here, to get there, all kinds of stuff. Or we've been traveling. Coach has been all over the place. That's going on. So one of the cool things is a couple weeks ago, Coach, Guy Taylor and World Boxing Series, they sent something up where he said, "Hey, are you interested in doing fights down in Obregon?" Now, Coach, you know me. I'm Latino. I'm not the most Mexican, right? And
You're down to go.
And I'm like, okay. I'm like, ugh. He's like, I got fights Thursday and Friday. I'm like, okay, Thursday and Friday, I'll go. Shout out to the guy who took care of me, Terry Holland, and everything else, and it was cool. I took the train to the CBX, and I flew from Tijuana to Obregon, and it was cool. I had Oscar Valdez as my partner because he drove down from Hermosillo, and I've heard the story from you and Antonio about Mexico. It's cool, and man, there's some good boxing down there, and there's just hungry kids who just want an opportunity, and we were doing the show there, and it was in English. And Coach, it was in El Palenque. So we're there. And I look down, and I look on the ground, and there's blood from the cockfights the week before. And I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, I don't belong here, but it was great. Great atmosphere in Ciudad Obregón, Sonora. It was great. It was awesome. And as I'm there, I kid you not, Coach, somebody tells me, hey, you're the guy that interviews Joel Diaz. I'm like, yeah, but like, he goes, tienes el show con Joel. I'm like, oh, yeah, Thursday. Okay. ¿Sabes qué, Bernardo? Mucho gusto, Bernie.
Bernardo. You know, when in Ciudad Obregón, well, because Bernie's from there.
Yes.
Bernardo
From there. That guy thought I was Bernardo Osuna. He said, you guys used to do a show on ESPN. I'm like,
when Bernardo Osuna and I work with Bernardo for ESPN. And I remember doing some shows with him. Actually, Bernardo texts me. He goes, hey, Beto's going to come back fat. What? He goes, se la pasa comiendo dogos allá, like, you know, the hot dogs, they call them dogos.
Yeah.
And I go, se la pasa nomás tragando dogos allá en Hermosillo.
They took care of you.
They take care of you. People over there, the food is great everywhere you go. When I was out there in Hermosillo for the big fight, when Estrada fought, I mean, everywhere you go, there's good food. I mean, from mariscos to carne, and I mean, the hot dogs. That's what. Actually, when we were in Tucson with Bernie, we went to El Güero Canelo. Remember Güero Canelo?
Yeah.
And he's from there.
Yeah, they took care of me. Obregón was cool, a good fight town. And then, like I said, I was working with Oscar Valdez, and they're looking at him like, wait a minute, what's he doing here? Because he's from Hermosillo. And most people, you know, for Hermosillo don't go to Obregón. They just stay in their own town. Now I get it, that culture about it. And it was really cool to see because Oscar, for those asking, he's good. He's a good kid, understands it. He said, I came up short against Shakur. And, you know, he's not one to put his life out there on social media. But he was like, Beto, you know, I had a couple of days where I'm like, damn it, I lost. But now I'm better. I'm going to get better. I'm going to be okay. And the love that they had for him, the people call him campeón, they're going back and forth. And, like, that was cool. It was beat. And, you know, we stayed at this hotel where there was, like, an amateur showdown that was gunned down. And everybody was making a big deal going after him and just showing him what's going on. And it was, like, it was cool to see for him to get what it is. Bye, guys. And then it was cool to see him get that recognition, the respect. And, you know, he made sure to sign a picture for everybody. I ended up being the security guard, like, you know, that I had to move him out there because we had to start the show and people were still taking pictures. And también, man, Mexico, they don't care. You're in the middle of the broadcast and all of a sudden there's a glove being handed to you while you're talking. It doesn't matter. Like, and they want to take pictures as you're talking with the broadcast, and it's out of love. And it was awesome, man. It was really cool.
Welcome to Mexico, Beto.
Man. So Thursday, I was a little shocked. But by Friday, ya estaba listo. I had my dog. I had my trago. I was ready to go. We had a really good time, man. So it was a lot of fun, and they love their boxing. And now I understand, Coach, what you guys talk about, and also Roberto talks about, where there could be kids that have the talent, but they don't have the visa to be able to fight in the United States, or they don't have the right people moviéndolos, and it's really cool to see that hunger. And like the 5 fights that we did, kids were just going at it back and forth.
Yeah.
And some of these kids, you could tell where, man, if they had an opportunity to fight in the United States, they could upset a lot of people. And they remind me of a kid like, say, Oscar Duarte, who you had, or Camarón Cepeda, where they come along the way, and cuidado with them because they'll put on a show for you. It was cool to see 3,000 people having a good time and just relax and enjoying the sport. That was awesome, man. That's why I love traveling around.
You know, I've been to Mexico many times for fights. I was in Chihuahua for one of the fights. Oh, you were there. You went to Chihuahua.
In Parral?
When Oscar Duarte.
Yeah.
In Parral, remember?
Yeah.
I mean, the crowd they generate. I mean, they're boxing fans. In Mexico, boxing is big. They love it. And you remember that show in Parral. Actually, we traveled together from Parral to
Chihuahua.
to the airport. I remember we traveled in the middle of the night, right? The show, hey, we have to go. Remember, they finished the show, and I was with Gabriel Soto. On the back, and I had to get Gabriel Soto back to his hotel. And they were waiting for us. We have to go. It was 1 a.m. when we left the hotel.
Yeah.
And there's a guy over there that says, hey, the coach and Beto are going to go in this car. And I'm like, why? You know, why are we going to go in this car? And then I started looking around, and I see one of the guys, one of Oscar Duarte's best friend. He goes, Coach, you're on that car. Let everybody else go on the other car. You go on this car. And then you came with me because obviously we were taken care of by the guy that was driving us. And that guy says, they told him, you make sure that the coach makes it to the airport. No problems. Okay. So, but that's just the way it is. You know, in Mexico, I mean, you have to look around and watch your surroundings. It's a different environment. And in the arena, the people really bring the energy when there's a fight. And the fighters, they go the extra mile because they want to prove, they want somebody to notice their talent. And they give everything. They give their soul, man, because they fight hard. They give you the best fights. I've always said it. If you guys want to see some good fights, don't watch none of these pay-per-view fights. Go to Mexico, or watch one of those TV networks from Mexico. They have fights on Friday, Saturday nights, and you'll see some fights. I've been to Cancun with Pepe Gomez, and I see some of the kids from Quintana Roo that come, and you'll be surprised, man. How come these kids are not fighting in the U.S.? You know, I mean, they'll come here and they will upset a lot of these kids here in the U.S. that have everything and they don't appreciate anything. You know?
Yeah, it was interesting to see too. That there were kids there. I mean, there's no locker room, there's no nothing. It's just give me an opportunity, and they win and swung. One of the fights that we did was a 4-rounder. Probably one of the best fights I've ever called because one, they had no defense and they just went and chucked it. And you can see the hunger of a kid who's 18 years old. And we told them they're gonna be broadcast. They're like, they can watch me? Whoa! And these kids are probably making $300-400 max. It was crazy. I love the attitude, man. I love it. Oh man, it was good experience. Hopefully, I get to go back and shout out to Guy Taylor who took me down there. Then Oscar Valdez. Also, Oscar was doing his first broadcast in English. He said he's worked Azteca, but Azteca, they have like 8 people on their thing, right? They have Marquez, they have Chavez. They have all the Marquezes, they have all the Chavezes working together. And other screaming. And Oscar asked me, he's like, well, who else is working with us? I'm like, well, just me and you. He's like, wow, I'm not used to it. Because Spanish TV, traen toda la raza right here. It was just him having a conversation. So hopefully, Coach, you can work one of these shows with me.
Anytime.
Hey,
you tell me, hey, we'll have fun. Believe me, we'll talk boxing and we'll talk stories while we're doing the broadcast.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun.
I mean, just sitting ringside, there's a lot to talk about because if you look behind you, you look in the ring, you watch the corner, you watch the fighter, there's a lot to talk about. I mean, I work with Ricardo Celis, I work with Bernardo Zuna.
The best.
It's fun. It's fun.
And it's fun, especially now and then as we get going. All right. So let's see. That was last week. Then Coach, fui a rancho. I went to my parents' town in Nochislan, Zacatecas, because to come back from Obregón to LA, there was a 12-hour window in Guadalajara where I had to wait for my connecting flight, or there was an 18
12 hours?
12.
Damn.
Because it was from anyways, so I realized it. I'm like, you know what? What if I just come back on Sunday? So I called my primo Oscar, landed in Guadalajara, straight to my mom and dad's town of Nochislan, 2 hours east, right there, by Yaya Hualica and everything else. I went there. Hey, coach, you're gonna be proud of me. I looked like the American sticking out. And I'm looking around, and I've been there since I've been there a couple of times. It was the first time I was going to spend the night. I wanted to see what it's like there at night in Nochislan, beautiful pueblo. And my cousin, I'm like, my prima Alejandra tells me, "Hey," she has no idea what I do, where I work. She's like, everybody's looking at you. I'm like, well, yeah, because I'm a little bit taller. She's like, no, you're the only guy in this town wearing shorts.
Yeah. Hey, you stand out, obviously.
Yeah, I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt, and I look like I'm gonna go play golf. She's like, mira, los hombres aquí tienen pantalones, tienen botas, y tienen.
Y botas.
Oh man.
Sombrero.
Yeah. So I look like the American sticking out, but it was cool. It was fun to go back to the roots and just connect and see where everything's coming from. And now I know how to dress next time. I'm gonna wear pants.
Yeah.
I don't own. Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, it was good though.
Just get yourself a pair of jeans so you can have in your bag just in case you need them.
Yeah, it's all kinds of stuff. And everybody leave in the comments. We're gonna get to it. We're just catching up with everything. All right, Coach. Let's go with you. I saw you get a lot of feedback for this, and let's start with Bibo Canelo. You weren't his trainer, but you were in the corner. What was that week like for you?
Not only the week, the entire camp. And I'm going to make it clear, because I hate the fact, this is what happens. There's always somebody making the comment like, you're taking more credit than the trainer for the win. I'm not here to take credit. I was just part of the team, right? When and I know a lot of people don't know the story, how this started. When I started training all these Uzbek fighters, at first, my first fighter that I started training was Ruslan Provodnikov.
Oh, okay.
Ruslan Provodnikov was one of the greatest, one of the most feared fighters in the division. When I was training him, I was approached by his manager, Vadim. And when Vadim contacted me, and that was after Ruslan Provodnikov fought Timothy Bradley, who was Fight of the Year. And we became good friends. I told him much respect for Ruslan. He was a great fighter, and I knew him before he even fought Bradley. I was a big fan of him. So we became friends. And when he asked me if I would be interested to train Ruslan Provodnikov, because there was talks that there was a possible fight between him and Pacquiao, I said, yeah. Came to me, started training him. They liked the camp. They like Indio. Very, a little different from LA. And then Ruslan retires. Vadim, we still keep in contact. And when he decided to bring a team of elite fighters from Uzbekistan, Russia, he chose me. Sure. So started bringing Shakram, MJ, and then he brought Butayev, and then Batir, and then Jalalov. So all the fighters started coming in. So they love the town. They love the work. They love everything here. So we formed a really good team. Every single one of those fighters debuted with us, and everybody right now, most of them are undefeated. MJ's a world champion, two-time world champion. So that's how everything came out.
Okay.
Vadim is the manager, is B-Bolt's manager. So he's a manager as well as the other fighters. So when this fight happened, B-Bolt had been training here previously and for his previous fight. So he liked Indio. They brought him here because they wanted him to know to fill it out here in Indio and see how he liked it. So he really liked it. So he goes back, and when the fight with Canelo happened, unfortunately happened during all this, political problems that Russia's having. So Vadim calls me and he says, "Hey, Joel, we got the fight with Canelo. We're working on the fight with Canelo, and I think it's gonna happen." And he says, "We want to bring people to Indio, and bring them over here with his team, but I want you to be part of it because Canelo, you and Antonio, you guys know the Mexican style, and you guys have great ideas, and we want to make you guys a big part of the team because you guys' opinion counts a lot for us." Sure, no problem. So when Bebo arrived in India, which was 2 months before the fight was not done. There was problems, and then I would talk to people, and I would tell them, people, the fight's gonna happen, and just using some of my common sense. He's like, I don't think so. It's not gonna happen because the problem with Russia and this and that. I said, it's gonna happen. Start training. Canelo already has his opponent already way ahead of time, but until he's ready, he'll let you know. Let's do it.
Because you've been there
So he
before. You know
started.
what the negotiations are like.
I've been there before, and I said, the fight's gonna happen. Let's start training. So he started training, and then a week went by, and he goes, well, still nothing. It might not happen. I go, no, it's gonna happen. Let's keep training. Keep training. Second week went by, and Vadim says, well, still not sure because we have to get some lawyers. All this problem is happening just because he's Russian. And I said, it's gonna happen. Let's keep working. Third week came by, and there's a guy that works for Matchroom. I know him, good guy, Dustin Burt. Comes to the gym on a Friday afternoon and brings a banner. Canelo Bivol. And I said, the fight's on.
Oh.
And he goes, what do you mean? I'm telling you. He brought the banner for us to hang it up, which means the fight is on. This guy works for Matchroom.
Yeah.
And that's when everything happened. So from there on, it was just we started training. I mean, Bivol started training 3 weeks before. So, but he was already training, getting ready for Canelo. We got the sparring partners and everything, and then every time, like, who should we get? Who should we call? And everything was the whole team. The whole team was always united. Everything was like, hey, what do you think? How's he doing? What does he need? Well, he needs to work on this. He needs to work on that. Canelo's gonna come in and do this, so he needs to execute this. So everybody together as a team had a big part. Like I said, I'm not the trainer. I did not train people. We all shared ideas to put a plan together. Antonio as well as me, Vadim, Alec Frolov, even some of the Uzbek, Israel Madrimov, Shakram, everybody always had their opinion and say, Canelo does this. Canelo doesn't like this. So everybody together will put a plan together as a team, and that's what happened. That's how everybody created the plan to execute everything that Canelo had. Round by round, everything was already done at the gym. And, thank God everything was great. There were some things that I saw while I was in the corner. For example, I told people, I see the fact that Canelo's a smart fighter, and the way he did to Callum Smith, because Callum Smith had a nice jab, I said, he's going to hit you in the arm. He's going to try to wear your arm down because you got a good jab. First thing Canelo did was go for the arm. But for that, I already had a bag, an ice bag. And every round I was putting the ice bag on his shoulder, on his arm. And sure thing, I saw Canelo in the second round when he couldn't get in. I saw his facial expressions that he couldn't get in. I said, he's frustrated now. Canelo tried to get Bivol tired before the fifth round so he can start working. But in the process, he got tired.
Wait,
Even
Coach,
when Canelo,
let me stop right there.
Yeah.
After the first round, you saw frustration?
Yeah, second round.
The second round.
Because and through my experience as a Mexican, we know, because Mexicans always act the same. He's trying to get in, and he tried to get in and he couldn't. And Bivol is keeping him outside with a jab. And then Canelo, I saw him go back and he sort of took a deep breath, and then he sort of like rolled his eyes, like he tried and he couldn't. And coming back after the second round, that's when we started like, hey, he's frustrated now. He's frustrated. Keep using the jab. Keep him outside. Even when Canelo will get on the ropes and tell Bivol, come, you will hear me. No. Don't follow his game. Don't follow his game. Let him come to you. Things like that. Because Canelo is a smart fighter.
Yeah.
And, Gennady, his trainer, had everything perfectly planned for the fight. And always, Vadim, hey, what do you think? What is he doing? What does he need? And together, we would put it in the sparring. When Bivol was sparring, everybody was around the ring watching his performance, watching what he needed, what he did right, what he did wrong. There was days in which he looked bad. There was days where he would look bad, and I would tell him, "Look, guys, it's Monday. On Mondays, most of the fighters, I mean, after a weekend, you're too relaxed. I mean, it's Monday. He didn't look good, but Wednesday he'll look better, and Friday he'll look way better. And that's what we did. There was times in which he would finish the sparring, and everybody would look at each other and say, "Man, he looked bad. If he looks like
Really?
this, he's gonna get beat." Yeah, but there was times in which like, man, he looked great. I mean, Canelo will not beat him if you fight him like that. It was a long camp. It was a 2-month camp, but everybody put in time. And when they told me, Joel, you're gonna wrap his hands because he likes his hands wrapped right. So I started wrapping his hands in the gym every day for sparring. And how do you like it? I like it. Good. What do you think? How much padding do you want? I want this much padding. So every day, by wrapping his hands, I got the perfect wrap that he was comfortable with, that he liked. So that when we got to the fight, he already knew the wrap that he was gonna get. So they're like, wrap him every day, so that he's happy with the wrap, and you already got it down for the day of the fight.
Yeah,
And when we got to the fight, yeah,
yeah, and we'll get to the fight and all that other stuff. This is fascinating stuff. I've heard you talk about this, and it's really cool to hear the behind the scenes. And the Friday before the fight, I was on ESPN radio here in Los Angeles where I fill in, and I was asked, hey, like the host was like, "Oh, Canelo's gonna win this easy." I said, "Look, in my opinion, will Canelo win? Yes. Will it be easy? No. Can he lose?" I even said on the radio, I was like, "I wouldn't be surprised if he lost." But I don't expect it because Canelo in Vegas is going to get a decision. Anything close is going to go back and forth. That's just, I mean, we've been around long enough to know how it works, right? And it's not because you're my guy, coach. It's not because we do a show together. It's because the little bit of I know about Bivol, because when he was there at the Zurdo fight at the Galen Center, and he's walking around and they're like booing him, he kind of just looked up at people. And I remember Tonio kind of looked at me and looked like, this guy likes that they're booing him. He likes that they're getting after him because he's a robot. Like Bivol, super nice, but a fighter like him, a Russian fighter who's coming through that system, they are here. They're locked in, blinders, stay in their way. They don't change from things, and they pay attention to every single detail. That's why you telling me, knowing that Canelo was going to go for the arm and you're icing it after the first, making sure the hands are wrapped the right way in camp to where you get there. They didn't leave any stone unturned, right? They just made sure that every single detail was taken care of it. And I'm asking you this, and again, it's not, you weren't his main trainer. Gennady is his main trainer, and it's a team effort. And Tonio and everybody else, everybody involved with them. He's also a fighter that no le falta la confianza. He's very confident in it. Did they go into that fight expecting to win in that way? I mean, they expect to win because they're confident, but coach, I didn't think. Did they really think they could dominate like that?
Yeah. Wow. Actually, I mean, they thought they were. Look, talking about Bivol in that way is like, that guy is such a humble guy.
Yep.
I've seen fighters through the time I've been a trainer, and I've never seen a guy with such of focus in his mind. For example, there was times in which I would spend with him alone, and I would ask him, "Bivol, I mean, why are you just taking this? Why are you taking that?" And he would look at me and says, "Coach, I don't care. I just want the opportunity. I want to show my ability that I can beat Canelo." I says, "Okay," because I mean, the fact that he walked in the ring without a flag, with no national anthem, he walked in the ring first when he's a champion.
Yep.
And I said, Bivol, why are you just taking everything? Like,
and because of the politics, politics, they said that he's from India, not from Russia.
Yeah.
Everything was wiped away of where he's at, and he's a very proud Russian too.
Yeah, he's a very humble guy, and they announced him from India because of that. Actually, and I mean, he had to take all that. Even when he landed in his country, when he went back home, they told him, "Don't celebrate. Don't bring no flag. Don't show the flag at all. Don't." He did not have a celebration they had to make his country proud of him. He had to make everything low key. Like, okay, I won, it's okay.
Yeah.
I had people at the airport waiting for me, but there was no flag shown or nothing like that. And like he says, Coach, I don't care. When we walked in the grand arrival, I was walking next to him because I was always guiding him here and there. Not guiding him. I mean, I was always next to him because I know that a lot of people. We didn't want a lot of things to happen. Uh, when one of his managers, well, his manager, told me, you know what, Coach, let's just be careful because everywhere he walks, there's a lot of people. There's Ukrainians that are doing some crazy stuff to athletes in another country and in other states. For example, there's Ukrainians. They are throwing red paint to athletes, and we don't want this to happen. So I was right next to Bibol every time. And people wanted to touch him. Hey, do this, do that. I keep on away. Hey, can we take pictures? I would, just for precaution, I would walk him away. And I would sit down with him and I would talk to him. When we arrived for the grand arrival and we walked up on stage, obviously it's common sense. Canelo's the fighter of the moment, and we respect that. And everybody was Canelo, Canelo. And you know what Bibol started doing? Same thing. Canelo, Canelo. You know what people did? People got quiet. And it's like, if he would have said something different, maybe the things would have been different. But he went a long way, and he says, thank you guys. I know you guys are Canelo fans, and I respect that. Canelo's a great fighter. I respect him. And he was always very polite. He never did anything bad. Actually, even he was asking when we were in the car driving back to the hotel. He asked me, Coach, I want to say Happy Cinco de Mayo in Spanish. And he said it. He goes, Feliz Cinco de Mayo, to all the Mexican people. And he showed a lot of respect. I mean, that kid, very, very humble.
Yeah. Our resident fact checker checks in right now. Antonio Diaz, who charged the iPad, he said Bivol is not from Russia. He's from Kyrgyzstan, and his mom is from Korea. He only lives in Russia. But Tonio, you're right with the facts. But at the same time, he also is a representative of Russia, correct? See or no?
Yeah.
All right. So there was a lot of politics behind it, but there it is. But yeah, it was cool. It was good to see it. What was it like afterwards, Coach? You're in the ring. You're one of the few people in the ring. They announced Bivol. Did you think you were going to get a decision?
You know what? And a lot of people know it. Based on my experience, and I've seen it. I've seen a lot in boxing.
Yep.
I told a lot of people, bet on the draw. Bet on the draw. Bivol is going to win the fight. At the end of the day, he's going to win the fight, but he's not going to get the win. And he's going to win the fight to the point where they're not going to give it to Canelo. They're going to give it a draw. And I told everybody, put your money on the draw. It's like if you bet 100, you get 1,800.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. But thank God that, they gave it to him. He did win the fight. I gave Canelo 3 rounds.
Yeah, he gets it, but, we've been around. We're good to know. What was it like in the ring, though?
In the ring, there was a lot of energy. And you know what I noticed? Because I like to analyze and observe everything, round by round. By the fifth round, and I looked across the corner, and I saw Eddie Reynoso frustrated. And I saw all the people in the corner, because Canelo brings a lot of people to the corner.
Yep.
And his family, everybody's faces were like something's wrong here. They were waiting for a moment. As a matter of fact, there was times in which I would sort of tell Bivol, hey, don't exchange with him in the middle, because he was winning the fight, and the last thing we wanted was that Canelo's dangerous. Canelo, if he would have just knocked down Bivol one time, just one knockdown, he would have taken the win. Even though Bivol won the most of the rounds, just one knockdown would have made the difference, and he would have walked away with a win.
Yeah.
And that's why it was like, don't exchange with him. Keep your plan. Keep your jab on him. Don't let him get inside. And then when he's unloading, keep a good defense. And he did, which was great. Because we didn't want to take the chance of getting a knockdown and walking away with a defeat while he was going to win the fight.
Yeah, that's cool. It was good to see. It was happy for you, Coach. And knowing how it works and just knowing Vadim and knowing Alec and everybody in the organization, the way that they work together. And, it's, India is a different place for a fighter, let alone a fighter from the other side of the world. Kyrgyzstan, as Antonio would say, it's a lonely existence that you have there. And the only people that believe in you are the ones in your corner. So happy for everybody there and everybody that got opportunity to see that and experience it. And it was cool. And, once again, the ThursDIAZ community on Instagram, we're posting how congratulations coach Antonio, but it was cool to see that right there. So cool. Yeah. So Tonio's joining us right now. Look at it. Tonio has the iPad ready. He's, coach, he's itching. Yeah. He's itching. He's itching. But I know. We're not going to put him on. We're going to make you people wait for Tonio.
Yeah.
Go get yourself a beer. Cheers, everybody. Salud. ThursDIAZ. I'm not in a rush. I don't have to work till 10 o'clock tomorrow. I don't have to take the kids to school because they're out of school, so we're all right. So relax.
Summer.
Am I going to go off and tell everybody to forget you? No. This is going to be good. If those of you asking about the last episode, you'll never see it, but it's been good.
Yeah.
So cheers to everybody. Here we go. All right. So Toño, charge your iPad. We're going to get going for you. We're going to have you on pretty soon. Coach, the other day, Golden Boy had the show in Anaheim. And I was messing with Joe Martinez, telling him, the real star is Jeremiah, I'm always going to mess with people. Joe Martinez does a great job. He's awesome. He's fantastic doing it. And I'm like, hey, Joe, keep it up. I'm going to invite Jeremiah. Jeremiah is the voice of our podcast. And he's like, no, he's the voice of our podcast. So all kinds of good stuff. So it's just good to see everything out there. And did see Oscar Duarte, who had an excellent fight in his the co-feature. Yeah. And, he said, mándale saludos a todos in India. He's out there in Torreón now with everybody out there. But he said, mándale saludos a todos, a Coach, a Antonio. So, saludos from the guy in Parral, Chihuahua. And you just go back and forth. And it's a business. You move on. You figure things out. You go wherever you can. And it's just good to see the respect factor amongst everybody, all the fighters. And one of the fighters that was there was Masa Ortiz's brother, Ali Ortiz.
Yeah. Ali Ortiz, he had a big upset. I'm happy for him.
That was so. If you're watching that, he knocked out Evan Sanchez, a young prospect that Golden Boy has from Parlier, California. And I was doing my research, and I was like, wait a minute, like his real name is Carlos Ortiz. I don't know who Carlos is.
Carlos.
And then they're like,
Ali.
Then Roberto tells me Ali, and I'm like, oh, like wait a minute, this is gonna be a good fight. And I told people, do not miss the people I gave tickets to. I was like, get there 5 o'clock for the DAZN show. Somebody's getting knocked out. I don't know who, but somebody's going to get knocked out because I know Ali Ortiz because you had Masa in your camp for a while. And, Coach,
for a while,
when you have a fighter, and this is what I want to get into right now, who says in fighter meetings, if I lose, I'm going to retire.
That's what he told me when because I went to the fight. And I was in the back. I was in the back because Junior told me, you want to go say hi to Duarte? Yeah. And I was out there and I run into Ali and he goes, Coach, I did it. I go, hey, congratulations. But before that, I ran into Joel de la Hoya, who manages, obviously,
Evan Sanchez.
What's his name? Evan Sanchez. And he goes, yeah, it's a learning experience. Like, wait, it happens. So then I go to Duarte's dressing room and then I run into Ali and he tells me, Coach, I said, man, it's going to be my last fight. So I'm going to go for it. And I did it. Yeah.
Fighters like that are dangerous. And that's why friends of mine that went were like, dude, how did you know that was going to happen? I was like, whenever somebody says this is going to be my last fight and they're the B-side, they have nothing to lose. My goodness. You have to be careful with them kids.
Yeah. When you get in the ring with somebody that has nothing to lose, and they have that mentality, and they train hard because Ali Ortiz, Masa's brother, he always trains. He's always in great shape. He's one of those kids that he put Blair Cobbs down. Remember? And then Blair Cobbs beat him. Yeah, he dropped Blair Cobbs, and a couple of other fighters. I mean, he has power. It's just that, he hasn't had the luck. But now that he got this one, I mean, he got he got the hit, and he got Evan Sanchez, and he hurt him. I mean, he
Yeah.
just exchanged. I saw the exchange. They were just going at it, blah, 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 and all of a sudden, boom, he caught him, and it was over.
Yeah. It was. He says he's abogado in wherever he's at, and he's a businessman. So it's cool. It was fun to see. So there was good fights on this past Saturday in Anaheim. And I had Alexis Rocha as my broadcast partner. He did a good job. And yeah. So I'm breaking all these kids in, man. A lot of fun. And all right. So now, before we bring Toño on, we are going to take questions from you. If you have any questions, we'll take it from Coach right now. But make sure you go get yourself a drink. And, let us know. And don't ask about contracts. Don't ask about that. We don't know. We don't care. But it's just good to reunite with him. So we'll take a couple questions before we get Toño, because Toño's still charging his iPad. But what's coming up?
He said he had a charge, so we'll see.
Yeah, he said he had a charge this morning, but I don't know. Hey, Coach, before we get Toño on, how is the Concha Bandit doing, man? Is he getting a little fluffy, or how's he doing?
You know what? He cut down a lot. He cut down a lot in his conchas, I guess he finally realized that, everybody's calling him the Concha King, the Concha Smuggler, el Robaconchas. I mean, everything, So he cut down recently. Actually, now we do adult classes, and some guy walked in and he goes, "Hey, this is for you, and this is for Toño." And he throws a bag of conchas. Yeah.
Okay, here you go. The questions. Jason Costa asked, "Is Jalolov training with Coach Diaz?" That's the big guy, right? Big Uzbek?
Yeah, big Uzbek. No, Jalalov is not training with us. Actually, he personally texted me the other day and said, "Coach, I want to go to Indio." Those kids love me, honestly. Those kids love me. They love me and Antonio. But, they have to deal with their management,
Okay.
Jalalov, after he got done with the Olympics, he won a gold medal. He signed a contract with his promotion, and they have him fight another. He just fought in New York last week, and he knocked out this guy really bad.
Yeah, boxing Hall of Fame.
He texts me, he goes, "Coach, I want to go back to Indio. I love Indio. Indio's my home." And eventually, pretty soon, he's gonna be with us. I already know. Okay. They're gonna bring him down to Indio.
Coach, does he have the ability to actually fight for a world title?
Yes, they're building him. They're building him to that level. Sooner or later, he's gonna get to that. I mean, right now, obviously, the new promotion he got. If I'm not mistaken, I guess he was with Devella, but Devella wasn't doing much for him.
Okay.
And now he's with another promotion, and hopefully, but the plans are to bring him to a championship soon.
Okay. All right. Okay. Good. The Green Eye Bandit is alive. Wow. The bandit said he's been banned from Instagram. Oh, see what happens when you.
Why?
Because he used to be a Raider fan. Now he's a Rams fan. He used to be a Dodger fan. Now he's an Angel fan. That's why he probably got banned. I don't know why, but the bandit is alive. He used to ask for tickets. Now that I don't know. Yeah, sabe, Coach.
Jose, el Green Eye Bandit todo el tiempo anda haciendo cosas por ahí, pero a ver, una que otra vez se reporta. Hey, Coach, ¿qué onda? Pero se le acabaron los barrilitos.
Yeah, he used to bring the barrilitos. No more. You're right, Coach, because he would have been in Anaheim as my assistant. Nada.
Yeah.
I had no intern. Okay, when is Beck fighting again? I see that he's in camp. That's from the Boxing Club podcast. Shout out to those guys. Do a great job.
Look, I'm not sure. Honestly, he was training. He's been training because at one point it was mentioned that he was going to fight on Ryan Garcia undercard. But right now, we don't know. We're not sure. We're not sure yet. He's training because that was the date that was given like a month ago. Mm-hmm. But he's still training, but we haven't heard anything from the promotion. Hopefully he will, and that's where we're at right now.
Okay, all right. All right. Jose wants to know, when is the next Thursday show at Fantasy Springs? End of July. End of July is what I was told, Indio. So hopefully it's going to be a Thursday, so sometime, I don't know, you can figure that out. I don't know the exact date, but it's sometime end of July and Thursday, so there'll be no show that night. But there'll be some, if you want to meet us at Fantasy Springs, we'll
what day?
There. Exactly. Any chance of Bevo being full-time with Coach? They seem to have good chemistry.
Well, we have a good chemistry, but at one point, it was mentioned by the management, but Bivol is one of those guys that said Gennady. He's an older man, and don't get me wrong, he's a very smart man. He brought Bivol since he was a kid, and just talking to the management, and they said Bivol is just a loyal guy. He's very, very loyal to Gennady, and he's always there. We want to get you guys involved so that you guys can also be part of the training with Gennady. That's what we want to. The first time he came down to India, that was the purpose, so that he get to know us, and we build a relationship, and then little by little, like gradually, we start getting closer, closer and closer, closer and closer to him.
Gradually, little by little. That never gets
Yeah,
old. That never gets old.
never gets old.
Okay, is Akhmedov still with coach? Heard he's fighting for the vacant 140 belt.
Akhmedov, yes, but Tir Akhmedov should be coming in soon. I just got the news from the management that he's fighting. He's fighting Prelo, one of those guys at 140.
Okay.
He's fighting for the world title.
All right. You have Madrimov against Soro. Is that an eliminator?
That's a rematch. That's a rematch in London, July 9th. We're gonna be traveling to London because the first fight that happened in Uzbekistan, uh, when the bell rang, they kept fighting, and nobody heard the bell, and Israel basically, knocked out Soro while he was standing, and the referee stopped the fight. So they fought it, and obviously we're going for a rematch.
So July 9th in London, huh?
July 9th in London on the Chisora undercard.
Wow. Wait a minute. Does that mean Tonyo's going to London?
Tonyo's coming and he's coming to London with me.
No way. Okay.
Yeah, but first we have MJ Akhmadaliev
Next
defending
weekend.
his title against Ronnie Rios in Texas, and so we'll be in San Antonio, June 25th.
Yeah, I've been to San Antonio. I don't care about going to San Antonio. Yeah, I've been there too many damn times to see the Spurs. But I've never been to London. July 9th in London. Coach, I got nothing to do that weekend.
Let's go.
Okay. If I go, can I take Tonyo's job? Like, what does Tonyo do during fight week?
Nothing.
See?
Just yawn and I don't know, maybe watch some reels on his phone and just eat.
Okay, now this
Antonio
is
works.
Israel. Who is it? Madrimov?
Madrimov, yeah, the dream.
I know him. He likes me. He follows me on Instagram. Okay.
Yeah.
How do I get into the entourage?
Wow. Let me talk to Vadim. That when they announced the fight, and it was due to the fact that Madrimov knocked him out while he was standing after the bell. Abel Sanchez was not happy about it, and they make a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
But in reality, Soro was dead. He was gonna get knocked out in the next round anyways. But okay, they took it to arbitration and they won and whatever. So we're going for a rematch. And the same thing that happened the first time is gonna happen the second time, but earlier.
Dude, Coach, I'm legit looking in right now. I got a bunch of miles. Tonyo just said I can stay in his room. I mean,
You're not gonna sleep though, porque Antonio ronca como campeón. He snores. That's why Antonio always likes to be alone because he goes, I snore a lot.
But he's
Antonio,
losing weight. They don't sell conchas in London. Oh, hey,
you could
everybody's
hear
drinking the
Antonio snore a
caviar.
mile
Coach,
away.
we can have caviar with you.
I don't like caviar.
No, but we can have it. It doesn't matter. I'll buy it. Okay, how about this? I don't want to wave the flag of the fighter because that shows up in his corner. Could we get a ThursDIAZ flag?
Sure. We
Let's
can make
get a
Thursday
third.
flag, no problem.
I am dead serious about this.
Antonio will be.
No, I'll wave the ThursDIAZ flag. So at the weigh-ins, you know how they always show people in the crowd?
Yeah.
Give me a ThursDIAZ on one side, Mexico on the other side, and I'll be waving that in the crowd.
Sure.
And a tracksuit for Madrimov. Oh, no, wait. You have ThursDIAZ tracksuits now, right?
No,
We can now? Let's go,
we
coach.
can. Let's make some.
Hey, I am dead serious because I'm looking at my calendar right now. So 4th of July is that Monday. I mean, when do we leave?
We leave. If I'm not mistaken, we leave Sunday the 2nd or the 3rd.
Okay, the
So
3rd is a Sunday. I'm available.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
leave. We leave the 3rd.
Okay, we are leaving. Do we have a private jet?
No, we're flying from LA. From LA.
That's a deal breaker.
I mean,
That's a deal breaker.
yeah, no, there's no.
But I'm serious. Dude, I have nothing to do. Tonyo, we'll talk. So, okay, we're leaving July 3rd. I can meet you there Thursday in London.
Yeah.
I mean, forget the kids. They don't need a summer vacation. I'm ready to go.
You're ready to go to London, huh?
I've always wanted to see. Coach, this is the first time we did this podcast. I always say I wanted to see a fight in London, and if I'm not going to work it, be there as a fan. But if I can be in Tonyo's corner, waving the Tonyo flag back and forth,
Yeah.
and if I'm staying in Tonyo's suite, like this is like when I'm Married with Children, when Al Bundy went to England, Lower Uncton, like I'm ready to go. I'm putting it in my calendar right now, July 9th.
Yeah, it's on the Chisora undercard. I already don't have the information.
No, Coach, you don't need information.
I think it's O2 Arena. I think that's where it's gonna
Oh,
be.
come on now. We get a ThursDIAZ flag. We do a ThursDIAZ podcast in London. I go find Ted Lasso. I go find the Morrissey. Oh, man. This is possible right here. Look, all of a sudden, everybody wants to go to London. All of a sudden, I don't even have your number saved, people, and you guys want to go to London. Oh, this is, okay, we'll talk. Anyways, all right, move on.
When I told my wife that I was going to
Let's
London,
go. I'm ready.
let's go. We're ready to go. Hey, Beto, when I told my wife, hey, Israel Madrimov is fighting in London, you know who was the first one that said, Dad, can I go? Juliana. Juliana was the first one to say, Juliana was the, Dad, please, can I go? Where? I want to go to London. For what? Just to go with you. Juliana, you can't. Yes, I can. You can take me. It's too far. I don't care. Hey, look, I told Juliana the other day, she's like, Dad, so you're going to take me to London? I said, no, Juliana, you're too small to travel that far. It's a 9-hour flight. She goes, I went to Uzbekistan, it was 20.
Kids these days, man. I'm like I said. All right, the bandit says I can stay at Ricky Hatton. Oh, I got all kinds of people. They love me in England. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. All right. I'm Tonyo. Get out of the way. I'm going here. All right. Any other questions before we bring on the real star? A couple more questions because I gotta figure this out. Because I'm being serious. This is excited to go with the else. Man. All right. Calm down. Finish my beer. All right, Coach. See, get me fired up. This is why we haven't done the show in a while because I get too excited.
Yeah. Let me get another beer.
Yeah. I did text Roberto Diaz. I said, Bobby, sorry I texted you so late. He said, it's okay. I'm out of the country right now.
Oh, he's out of the country?
Yeah. He's out there. He's
Wow.
scouting somebody, he said. So perfect. All right. Good. All right. So a little business here for you guys while Coach gets another beer. If you are listening, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube page. We appreciate you guys going on. Every other week, we're going to be doing the show. Next week, will we be doing a show? I am available. Hold on, let me look at my calendar. We got a lot of things going on here. Next Thursday is a possibility. The week after that, that'll be June 30th. Possibility. So we're good for a little bit. We're going to be here this weekend. Tomorrow night, Friday, I will be in Ontario, the Doubletree Hotel, Thompson Boxing. Saul the Beast Sanchez, used to train in India with a coach, is the main event. And then Saturday, I'll be at the Elite Boxing Show in Commerce, California. That'll be available on the Elite Boxing YouTube page. So both of them available for free on YouTube. I'll be on the broadcast with that. So if you guys want to check it out, just make sure you follow my Instagram, Beto Visión. All that good stuff, good information for you coming your way. All kinds of good stuff. Boxing is back, full swing. It's been busy. Max Palacios, I'm not going to answer why is Senicia being undervalued by Golden Boy. That's for, go tweet people that work there. I don't know that business, man. Like, These are questions for
Yeah,
coach.
that's
I mean,
yeah,
I don't.
yeah. Those questions are for the promotion, not for us.
Yeah, and I'll say this right now. I may work for Golden Boy, but I don't know a damn thing that goes on there. Here's my deal: when I go work for them, tell me where to show up, tell me what to say, tell me the broadcast, and that's it, man. And it's like as a broadcaster, you survive in this business a lot when you don't know what's going on behind the scenes in the business side. As they say, that's above my pay grade, and honestly, I don't know. Like, here's how I prepare for fights. Give me the bout sheet. Boom. Sanisa's awesome. She does a great job on the DAZN broadcast. She's
Yeah.
very, very talented. Big fan of hers. And, actually, it was reported today that she's going to fight that Costa Rican fighter, Yoka Valle, I believe.
Oh,
The champ.
that's gonna be a good fight.
The reports are
It's gonna
that
be
they're
a
going
good
to fight on the the Virgil card. That's going to be announced. That's going to be in Fort Worth, Texas. So Virgil's going to fight in August. Ryan Garcia in July. So a lot of stuff going on, man. A lot of stuff going on. We're busy. Everything else. All right, Toño, if you're ready, get your iPad. Your fans are waiting for you. Somebody needs to bring Coach of those Equis, and we will get.
She did already. Julissa already got it for me. Thank
There
you,
you go.
Julissa.
Lisa's the best right there. That's right, Outlaw. Appreciate it. Estrada is fighting on August 6th. That was announced today. So all kinds of good stuff, man. And no, man. Max Palacios, you call me fat. You're wrong. I'm not fat. I'm just I was just a coach.
Healthy.
Coach, no.
You're just healthy.
I went to Mexico from Obregon to Guadalajara to
Uh-huh.
Nochislan. I gained 11 pounds in those 4 days because they don't
That's
stop
it.
eating.
No,
Like,
you go to
yeah,
Mexico.
yeah.
You go to Mexico, and everywhere you go, it's only food.
Is
It's
it?
food. Yeah.
Llegué con mi tía, hay unos tamales for the road. Okay, cool. We get to the town, we're comiendo gorditas. I'm like, okay, good. And then my cousin was explaining, they're like, well, these people only make breakfast. These people only make lunch. These people only make dinner. I was just crying. And I didn't even drink that much. I wish I could blame the alcohol, but no, it was the food. It was just fantastic, delicious. I had the birria, the chivo right there, made fresh by Don Chente, and it was a great time to be had. I can't recommend enough for people to go back to their roots, where their parents are from, and see where it all started from. It's can't do that enough. All right, Toño, if you're listening, join us. If not, we're gonna hang up, bro. Tanto llorar.
Hang up on him now.
Nah.
Hang up on him now.
Exactly. Coach, let me
Go
ask
on.
you this. You were mentioning the youth program that you guys have. How many people do you have that are in that gym? Because it seems like you're there all day long. Like, how many sessions? What's going on? Update us.
Look, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we have a 6 o'clock class in the morning and at 8 p.m. class.
Oh, my God.
The early morning, because people like to work out before they go to work. So we start at 6, and from 6 to 7 is just, we usually have 10 people, we have 15 people, we have 6 people. Every day is different. The night class on Monday nights, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, we got up to like 23 people, okay? And it's Antonio, Steve Swanson, and myself. We run the class. But during the day, between 10 and 3, we got the pros. Right now, we got Beck the Bully, Akhmadaliev, Madrimov, Elnor, Hassan Boy, Iqbal John, all these Uzbeks that are training right now. Plus, we have Panchito Rodriguez, we have Tito Sanchez, we have Manny Flores, Grant Flores. We have a lot of fighters through the day. So 3 o'clock, we're done with them. Go home, have a lunch break. Come back by 4:45. I'm at the gym, working with the kids. There's days that we have about 30 kids, and the beginner class from 5 to 6, we have up to like 30 kids, but we divide them into 3 coaches. So I got Antonio, Stevie, and myself. And then when the beginner class is over at 6, and then we get the amateurs, the ones that are more advanced, and then right there we have another 30 kids, like another 30 kids that we train between 6 and 7:30. 6 and 7:30, and then at 8 o'clock we start the adult class. So we're at the gym till about 9 at night.
Wow, that is a lot going
Yeah.
on. Wow. Here it is. Jose Martinez, Coach, as a fan, can we go see sparring at your gym?
Yes, sir. You can come and watch some sparring. The only thing is we don't allow. It's called respect. A lot of people come and they want to watch sparring. No problem. They can come and watch sparring. You guys can come and watch the professional spar, or you guys can come and watch the kids spar because we have a lot of sparring with the kids,
Yeah.
and we have a lot of fun because we have the beginners already starting to spar, and it's good because I mean they release all the frustration, And when we have the amateurs, they have more experience. It's good because we have kids that have more experience and they work with the ones with the less experience, and it's a good little sparring. We have the parents. We give the parents the opportunity to come and stand around the ring, sit by the ring, and uh, watch your kids progress every day. And everybody's happy. The parents, when they walk away, the first thing they say is, "Coach, I see my son, improving every day." We
That's
see
cool.
kids that when we started them months ago, nobody would think they would make it this far, and they're there. They're enjoying it.
Yeah, that's really cool to see there. And when you're in there and you see them, it's like, oh, here we go, and here it is.
Oh,
Everybody,
the
here
man
we
of the
go.
hour.
The real star,
The real one.
my roommate in London, Tonio Diaz, is
Ooh.
here. He is ready to
My
go.
roommate in
There
London.
it is. It's
I
Good.
hope you
Hey,
better,
hey. Good
you,
luck. You're not
you
gonna
better,
see.
you better bring some one of those noise-free beats, because you're not
yeah,
gonna
really.
sleep. Yeah, I know great.
Oh, oh, you got a crowd.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chucky's.
Oh, that's in Mexico. That's a show in Obregón.
There it is. Everything. There it is. All right,
Uh,
Tonio's here. Tonio's here. Tonio's here.
Elotes are here.
Tonio.
The Loteros here.
All right, the real star,
The
as
real one is here
Jeremiah
now.
would say. Tonio, people asking, why do I bring you on so late to the show if you're the real star? Because if we put Tonio on in the beginning, are you going to be waiting an hour for him? No. This is
No.
what you do. You put the star at the end. People don't understand how boxing works. Do they put the main event first? No. You have the
No.
undercards, right?
Yeah,
And
put the
now,
changuitos first.
yeah, now
The
the main
Chaquitas
event
first.
is here.
Yeah,
Look,
get the chusmas out of the way.
everybody, ya llegó el que estaba
Yeah.
ausente, Victor
Ya
Granillo,
llegó el que estaba
uh,
ausente. You should put
Jason
the song of
Acosta, hell yeah. Everybody else is all excited. The Green Eye Bandit, who got banned from Instagram, is saying now the real star is here. Oh, man, everything.
Damn.
Yeah, and Danny Zamora, who's probably listening on Friday while he's out here doing his route, he's probably all excited. He finally gets to hear Tonio. So Danny Zamora, shout out to him. He listens on Friday mornings. Everything's good to go.
Yeah,
Tonio, how you
everything was
doing?
great. I'm doing good, Beto. I'm doing good. Just enjoying the show.
Yeah? Were you
Yes,
mad
sir.
because I didn't let you on?
No, I wasn't mad. I wasn't mad. Actually,
Wait,
it was
wait, wait,
pretty
wait.
good.
What's all that noise in the back?
My wife, she's out yelling.
Okay, la.
No, it's good. What happened?
I'm telling you, dude. Cut them off. You know what? You know where I'm at right now?
Look at, look
I'm
at,
in my.
look
I'm
at.
in the look. I'm in the corner of my living room. No, no. I'm in the corner of my bedroom because my wife told me go in the corner where nobody. Because people complain. They're always saying why so much noise. My
Look,
wife's in the kitchen and I'm in the living room.
look.
My wife set me up in my bedroom in the corner of my bedroom so there's no noise. And look at Antonio.
Hey, Beto. That's the way he puts it. He got kicked out to the corner.
No?
He didn't set up his corner, but they told him, "Chingada, vente pa' fuera, get out of here.
Beto, I,
You're
I
too
told my wife,
loud."
we're doing, look, I told my wife, we're doing ThursDIAZ today. She goes,
She
okay.
told me,
I
she
mean,
told me she don't even
no,
like him.
no, look, 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 look. My wife told me,
I spoke
my
to her
wife told me, she
today.
goes, look, I mean, it's even
It's too
annoying to
hot. Yeah.
listen to all the background. Just
Tonio.
cut them.
Is
Just
it
cut
loud?
them.
Okay, let me go to the room.
Yeah.
Babe,
Thank you.
can you tell me to
Thank
go to the
you.
corner? Because the Juan sink is too
Thank you.
loud. He can't hear himself.
We couldn't hear nothing.
Okay,
We
let me
couldn't hear
go.
nothing.
Okay, let me go hide to the corner of my bed where my wife me acomodó también mis pelos.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's
Thank you.
it's out of respect to the show and the listeners, Tonio.
No,
There.
dude, honestly,
Yes.
before we started talking, you didn't
Perfect.
hear nothing because everything was in the back.
Everything was great.
Yeah, cheer up.
Now,
Yeah, but you gotta understand. He fought Margarito, and Margarito gave him a
yeah.
Hey,
That's
double
the
dose
one.
of plaster.
Hey,
hey,
coach.
Look now,
Mr.
It's also his
Johnson.
first show. It's his first show.
Mr.
Mr.
Johnson.
Johnson. Fucking Felipe drinking beer in the work. Motherfucking Felipe.
You see what I'm saying? Cut
Drinking
him
beer.
off. Beto, this is embarrassing, dude.
See,
Cut him
now it's
off,
me and
Beto.
my buddy here.
Yeah, we had such a professional show, coach, for an hour and 8 minutes. It was good, back and forth. And then llega la
I'm
chusma.
telling you.
No, it's what happened. No, what happened? Like, you guys don't understand. I was in the living room because my son had knee surgery, so I was helping him out, sitting him on the recliner, and fixing his brace. He
And
can't
Cut
then,
him
move.
off because he needs to go help his son.
yeah.
I'm done. I did already. I'm a good father, and I did already.
Oh,
Pinches
All right,
cucarachas.
Tonyo,
I
seriously,
told you from the beginning, Beto, you shouldn't have brought him in.
dude, we only got 3 more minutes on my computer before it dies.
No, let's extend it, bro.
Tonyo, how are you doing?
See,
How
you
you
didn't charge
been?
you. I'm doing great, Beto. I'm doing awesome. My iPad's fully charged. It's not 3 minutes. I got more. I
Tonyo,
got 72 hours.
okay.
Talk to me.
Córtalo,
Why
Beto.
why do people want to give you all the credit for Bevo's win?
I don't take no credit, bro. I didn't do shit. I just watched him train. He came and I just told him, hey, I'll see. And that was it.
You were like Lee Espinosa, you were giving him the shh.
Yeah, pop, pop, ping, ping. Run with the right.
Oh man,
Ping, ping, pow.
That was good. That
Ping,
was
ping,
good
pow.
enough.
that's good, Tonyo. That's
Hey,
good. That's good.
hey.
No,
No,
Tonyo, in all
people,
seriousness, when Bevo won, how did you feel?
I felt happy. I felt excited. I was happy, of course. I mean, he was part of our team and he was representing our gym, our city, and we were happy. I mean, I watched the fight in the dressing room. As a matter of fact, me and my son were in the back watching the fight, and just me and him. And after the fight, we just jumped up and I was the same. Well, Joel and I were in the same thing. Like we said, B was gonna win the fight, but they're gonna give it a draw because they don't want Canelo to lose. And they almost gave it a draw. If Bevo would have lost the last round, they would have gave it a draw.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
'cause
it.
when I heard 115, 113, I'm like, what the heck? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
but then we got the win, and we just started jumping up,
Yeah.
excited.
Antonio, give yourself a lot of credit. The Ace of SoCal says you did great for Team Bowl. Bevo, don't be so self-conscious. And they have a shirt for
Thank
you.
you, thank you.
Don't be
Don't be
self-conscious.
self-conscious. I love that one. Here, let me take a picture. Hold on. Let's take it out. I'm gonna show you. I love that
Everybody
one.
loves you, Antonio.
Don't be self-conscious. Thank you. Damn, that's awesome. Damn.
So that'll
God
be
damn
showing
it.
up pretty soon. If you haven't sent it to the gym, size sabana, as Razo would say. So there you
No,
go.
Size
no,
sabana.
no,
Size cover.
size full.
Size card cover.
Size full.
Yeah, that's it.
Twin.
But Tonio,
Yeah.
have you missed
Yes,
us?
sir.
It's been
I
since
missed you
March.
guys. Yeah, I missed the show. I don't miss you. I missed the show. I missed all the comments
Yeah.
on the background.
Your fan club, your fan club. Now, Tonio,
My fans, yeah, I miss all my fans. Yes, sir.
yeah, when you for the Canelo fight, be honest. Did you think
sir.
you guys would win?
Going back to what I told you in the beginning, I knew we were gonna win. I told everybody, Canelo Bebo's gonna win the fight. He's gonna outbox
Then how come you didn't tell us
Canelo.
to make a bet?
But I said they're gonna give it a draw. That's why we bet. I bet money
Yeah.
on the draw. I bet money on the draw.
Okay, all right,
You know,
all right,
$100 was paying 1,800. I bet a couple hundred.
okay.
I
Yeah.
was like, man, I go, and it was almost a draw, but luckily we got the victory. I don't care about the money I bet. You know, people got the victory.
Hey, and Antonio, in all seriousness here, when you deal with Bevo and when he's in camp, and obviously it's a team effort, everything else there.
Yes.
You know, Joel was saying how he would have some days where he was getting beat up, or not beat up, but just it was ugly days in the gym.
No,
Did you see those
he
days? And
never.
how would he
Yeah,
act?
he never got beat up. He never
Yeah,
got
I
beat up.
mean,
He was
not
just
saying
like
beat up, but he just had
he
days
was
that were ugly.
yeah, he was just you could tell right away he wasn't feeling well that day. His body was aching because of the work. He was putting in a lot of work. He had his conditioning coach here. He was doing a lot of work. So that's why there was days that he wasn't performing that great, but he was still doing good.
Yeah, it's the excitement there, everything else, and it was like I said, man, happy for you guys and what you've been going on. So, Tonio, you have the gym now. You have the morning classes.
Yes, sir.
When do you sleep? When do you have the pan dulce?
Right now. Nah,
At the end of the day.
I got used to it already. I mean, I wake up every morning at 5. At 5, I'm there at 5:45, 5:50, and I'm there a couple hours, and I come back home in the morning, grab my coffee, do my things here. Then I go back to the gym at 10, 10:30, and then I'm there till like 2, 2:33. I come back home, and then back at 5.
Jeez.
It's, I mean, the good thing, the gym's not that far. It's only
It,
exactly 7
it
minutes from
becomes
the
a
house.
routine.
Yeah, but it's hard, man. It's hard, and the Russians
Yeah,
are.
it is. It is. It is. I mean, all these guys. I mean, they're coming in. All these Uzbeks are all coming in again, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and then we have big important fights coming up with these guys, and it's not easy, but we gotta do it.
That's it, Tonya. That's it. That's all I like to hear.
You know, actually, Beto, Antonio has longer days than me because uh, I only go do the classes in the morning, and then I go train the pros and then do the classes in the afternoon. But Antonio, in between, he does one-on-ones. He has a few one-on-ones. Like, for example, after the 6 o'clock class, he stays at
I
7.
stay from
At
seven
7, he
to
has
eight,
a
8 to 9,
one-on-one.
and 9 to 10.
7 to 8, 8 to 9, and sometimes he don't go home to eat because at 10 we have to be there to work with the other guys. I don't do one-on-ones. I mean, every time they come to me, I go, Antonio, you want them? There they are. So Antonio does a bunch of one-on-ones. You know, from 7 to 8, 8 to 9. You know, and he has a lot
And
more.
then on
His day is longer than mine.
Thursday and Tuesday and Thursday I do from 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 9,
Jeez.
9 to 10.
Jesus, Tonya. All
Yeah,
right, Tonya, what do you got
yeah.
coming up in London? Are we really gonna go?
I'm going. I don't know about
We're
you.
going.
Let's go.
We're going.
We're going. Hey, we're going. Let's do it, Beto. I'm telling you. You can room with me if you want.
We do ThursDIAZ from London.
Tonya,
Yeah.
Tonya.
We
Imagine
can room
that.
together.
If we
Just
do a
take
ThursDIAZ
just
from
take your
London,
earplugs. Take some earplugs. You know, one day, as a matter of fact, when remember that time? Did you go to no, you didn't go to San Miguel de Allende.
No, I didn't
We
do
were
it.
in San Miguel de Allende when who fought there? Massa Ortiz fought what's the guy? The guy
Cano.
Cano. He fought
Cano.
Pablo
Cano.
Cano.
And yeah, Paulo Cano. And I took Hassan Boy. He made his pro debut. Sammy went with me, and I told him, Sammy, we'll meet together. I snore a lot, bro. He goes, don't worry, I don't hear nothing. And sure enough, I was sleeping, and he wouldn't hear nothing. He was always knocked out.
I like that. I like that. Tonya, I'm dead serious. I think we could do this. We could do this.
Hey,
All
let's
right.
do it. Let's do it. Just let me know. Let us know.
I'm looking. I have it on my calendar. I really do put. I put it on my calendar. I'm busy. I'm doing a lot of things, but right here.
But just don't try to make me eat that caviar thing,
Yeah,
'cause I
yeah, look,
tried
right
it
there.
one time
London in my calendar.
in
Yeah.
London.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
I like that.
There it is. Tonya, it was your birthday?
My birthday on Monday, bro.
Monday.
Really?
I turned 32 plus tax. Yeah.
Well, happy
I
birthday.
told you to cut. I told you to cut him from the beginning. You see,
Yeah,
look, I'm done.
Hey, it was 32 plus tax, bro.
there it is. All
What
right,
can I
Tonya.
say? Yes,
I went
sir.
to Mexico. I survived Obregon. So
I saw your stories. They were
yeah,
awesome.
yeah, it was
Badass.
fun. It was a lot of fun. We can hopefully we can figure something out. I told Junior maybe we can go down there together. We could do a whole expedition of where it is.
Yeah.
I'm not scared anymore. I know how to behave.
You went to Jalisco too, right?
I went to Obregon, then I went to Nochislan, Zacatecas, where my parents are from.
Oh, Zacatecas. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Zacatecas.
but
Yeah.
it's right on the other side of Jalisco. So
Jalisco. Yeah.
so
Yeah,
yeah,
cause
all that area.
I go to Jalisco. That's where my wife's family is from, and we like going there to the fiestas, to visit family. I just went there in April for a wedding, and man, it's the best place you can
Yeah.
go.
Hey, are you famous
Mexico,
in Jalisco?
South Mexico. Nah,
No.
they don't know what the hell I am.
Oh, because I mean, no, I mean out of respect too, because it's like they love their boxers. So I think if people find out that
Yeah, but I mean, they love their new school boxers now. And I
oh,
mean, when has there been a superstar from Guadalajara besides Canelo? Now, ever since Canelo came out of Guadalajara, now everybody's paying more attention to boxing. Before, when I was fighting, there was no big stars in Guadalajara.
okay,
I
all
mean,
right.
there
There
was
was
Chatito
Tonyo.
Chatito
Uh, uh,
Hottie, but
co-
they were not that big like Canelo, you know.
Chatito Jauregui, and then
Jauregui was a world champion.
Cobrita.
Yeah,
Remember
Cobrita
Cobrita?
Soto, Cobrita Gonzalez, Cobrita Gonzalez,
Cobrita
Chatito
Gonzalez.
Jauregui, Chololo Rios. They were world
Yeah.
champions, but people didn't follow them as much as they do Canelo. Canelo
Yeah.
right now, he's the best in the world, so the whole world knows who Canelo is. So they follow him a lot. But back then, like, they probably didn't even know who Chololo Rios is or
Sí saben,
you
sí
know.
saben, Toño. Don't be salty hater guy. Come on.
I mean, maybe yes, but like I'm telling you, like Canelo, everybody knows who he is.
That's a superstar. All right. All right.
Yeah,
Well, Coach, this was good. I missed you. It was great seeing you. Great having ThursDIAZ back. Toño.
That's it.
Hold up, Toño. I'm going to let you do it. Toño, you have the floor.
I'm good.
I'm going to give you your solo shot. Go ahead.
I don't need a solo shot. I don't
Get
need a
your
solo
shout
shot.
outs.
Thank you, guys. Shout outs. Hey, I finally met the Green Eye Bandit, and I saw Polanco. No, it wasn't Polanco. It was Mickey. Saw Mickey at the fights, Virgil Ortiz fights. Shout out to everybody. Thank you. And
That's
hopefully
it?
you'll get me back on the show.
Only 3 people?
Hopefully I'll be back on the show. No, I said everybody. I can't name everybody.
Go. You have your time. Go ahead, Toño.
I can't name everybody. Hey, where's my number one fan? Relentless.
Not here.
He's
He's
not
not
there,
there.
huh?
Yeah, see?
I'm gonna be on his butt tomorrow.
You're losing your
See,
choose.
he's not.
More fans for you, Toño. All right, Coach.
You're losing your
Like I
Chusma
said,
fans.
See, like I always said, bitches ain't loyal.
Oh. Coach.
Oh, you
no.
must. I told you to cut him a long time ago.
No, don't cut me.
All right, Coach. We'll see. We'll see you when we see it. Hopefully, we do it again next week. We'll figure things out. We'll have Roberto back. We'll get a little Razo. Maybe figure things out, and we keep on doing it.
Let me
Toño,
know
thank
so
you
I can share my iPad in San Antonio.
Oh, you guys will be in
Okay.
San Antonio next week, huh?
I will. Joe won't. Joe will be there on Friday.
Okay. Well,
I'll
okay.
be
So
there
no
on
show
Friday.
next week because Toño's
Yes.
traveling. Coach is traveling, so no show next week.
No,
Coach is here.
I mean,
Coach is here. He's not traveling.
I'll be here. I'll be leaving Friday. Antonio's leaving early. Antonio leaves Tuesday. I leave Friday.
All right. We'll figure it
See?
out for next week. Make sure you follow
My iPad will be
Instagram.
fully charged, not 3%.
Coach, thank you, Coach, for being a professional and finding a quiet place to do the show without any distraction.
How to-
Here we go.
It's
Look,
just
they kicked
annoying,
him out,
man.
bro.
It's
His wife kicked him
annoying.
out. He's in the garage. I can tell. Look at.
Hey, I mean, every time I sit by the bar's next to the kitchen, and my wife's cooking, feeding the girls and stuff. And she told me, hey, find a quiet place because it's noisy here. Because Junior came and goes, hey, Dad, there's a lot of noise. The dogs. And so I go, okay. I came to the room.
Or you know what?
Close the door.
It's-
I close the door, and the first thing you do is when you call him in, you tell him, Antonio, I mean, come in. The first thing you hear everything, TV and everything, and he has a whole volume on the TV.
you know what? It's because
God,
we
are you
haven't done the
serious?
show in so long that I forgot how loud that is. Maybe we do it more
Beto.
often. I
Beto.
won't forget.
Oh my God, I miss you guys. I missed you.
Beto,
Maybe
Beto,
maybe if we do it more often, we won't. I won't forget.
Beto, I have a very important announcement to make.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Here's the
Chuck
floor.
E. Cheese.
The documentary on my life is done.
Ah, man, let's go.
Look.
Continue next page.
Beto,
story.
You
and
know
you know
what?
what? The thing is that let me tell you something. And this Saturday, we're gonna have a premiere at the gym. Okay.
Oh wow.
And the most important people in my life are gonna be there, okay? Because they're the ones part of it, right? So if you're there, you're one of the most. I mean, you're important.
I won't be there.
My mom is. Look, my mom is gonna be there. My dad is gonna
She's
be
not.
there.
They don't like
there,
you.
There
They're
are
not.
people that are in the documentary.
They told me they're
They're
not
gonna be
there.
there, right? I
They
mean,
don't like you.
whoever's not there is not important to them, right? So
No.
basically, if you're not, because my son made some special invitations for the people that were part of the documentary. Saturday, we're gonna have at the gym. We're gonna have like a red carpet type of thing.
I'm
just
gonna
for
have
the
a
people that were
representative.
part of,
I'm gonna have.
okay. So the thing is that I mean, if there's more important things in your life than the life of your brother and the person who is there building
Chusma.
building this chusma, fine, okay.
Chusma.
But let me show you. What? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna look, Beto. I'm gonna show you. Can I show you
Wow.
the little the trailer?
Wow.
Can I show you the trailer?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'll show you. I'll show you the trailer
So it's a special
of the doc.
viewing. It's a special viewing on Saturday, and then we'll get all the details. We'll put all the details on the Instagram at ThursDIAZ. We'll see it. We'll link to it. This is gonna be awesome. It's been a lot of work
Look,
behind it.
Beto, this is the trailer of the documentary.
Joel Diaz training camp. People holding a man who had a dream. The horses, the fights.
And that's Antonio right there. So he's gonna be at the premiere.
Wow. They've won 300 fights as a trainer. So this is a special viewing that you're gonna have on Saturday.
Look,
Wow. The Diaz brothers. That's old footage. The new gym, weddings, trucks, Road to Glory. Oh man. Little Junior, I see him with his glasses. Wow. A Hard Knock Life, an original story. That's awesome, Coach. That's awesome. So the viewing's going to be on Saturday, the special screening, and then it'll be available later on. I said we'll have all the details. Coach, you send me all the details. I'll post it on the Instagram at ThursDIAZ and also on their pages. That's awesome. Congratulations, man. Congratulations.
Raul Ruiz came to visit me to the gym at the point when they were doing some footage of the documentary, and he's in it. I invite Raul Ruiz is coming with his wife, and actually Junior said, you know what, we're gonna have very limited people who are part of the, and I mean, in the entire documentary, you see my life running with Antonio's career, a lot of Antonio's fights, Bradley's fights. Everybody that is in is a great. The guys, the director of actually Newman Studios, which is George and Ed, they came to my house a couple of days ago. They came in from Cancun, and they were like, "Coach, we got it done. Now we want to show it to you." They were so nervous. An hour and 20 minutes. They came to my house and they showed it. I'm not gonna lie to you. But along the documentary, I cried a couple times when I saw how they put it together. I've seen documentaries. I saw Christy Martin documentary and other documentaries that I've seen of people's lives. When I saw my own, I saw things that I never thought I would see. I cried a couple times along watching it, and like my son said, we're gonna do something at the gym. We're gonna clean it out. We're gonna put something really nice. We're gonna do like a red carpet premiere for certain people that are gonna be there. Just family, very limited, because this guy is gonna bring it to a short film festival, or bring it up maybe to Netflix, right? So George, I'm really thankful for George because he put in a lot of time, stress. Like he told me, even his partner Ed, Coach, we will be up all night. We will be up all night thinking about it, putting it together, and at the same time, there was times in which we will stress thinking about it. And right now, I'm stressed. I'm stressed just thinking about you watching it and liking it. I go, you know what? I don't know how to explain it. You guys did not a good job. You guys did a fantastic job. So my son is gonna put together a projector and everything at the gym. We're gonna have everything there. We got some people that are in the Palm Springs Film Festival, media coming in, and they're gonna watch the documentary this Saturday coming up.
Wow. That's
I'm excited. Honestly.
that is awesome right there. That is awesome right there. It's we get all the details for you. Tonyo just hating, but it doesn't matter.
Toño's gonna be there because he's important. He's part of the documentary, and there's nothing in his life that is more important than being with his
somebody
brother.
needs to be there to open the door.
Beto, you heard him what he said earlier. George came a couple days ago and said, I want to present it. Months ago, I had an event scheduled for this Saturday.
Oh, he's not gonna be there. Oh, I'm sorry.
San Diego.
So he won't be able to see it. he won't be able to see it.
Beto, you heard him tell you earlier. George came 2 days ago and planned a premiere. I've had this event I've been working for. This is a show I'm working. I have a fighter who's fighting. It's a battle of the badges. We've
Yeah, the
been
fighter
working
fighting
on
Manny
it.
Pacquiao. Oh.
Yeah, no, it's a battle of the badges we've been working for the past 3 months on this show for San Diego. Now everything was ready to go. We have everything to go there. Now they come 2 days ago and they're saying, "Oh, we're doing a premiere." Just yesterday, they started inviting people. Now I'm like,
Oh, I'm
come on,
sorry.
like
Hey,
the same
Beto,
day.
Tonyo's not gonna be there. So
Yeah, I'm not
we
gonna
have
be
another
there.
spot, Beto. You want to come?
I wish I could, Coach. If I
Beto,
hadn't
you
made a
can, Beto.
commitment already, I would be there. But without a doubt,
Commitment were made to be broken.
Beto, Beto, there is.
I'm not
I mean,
related.
there's a lot of good things coming up. I mean, I
Yeah.
see. I mean, thank God we open a gym, and since the moment we open the gym, day by day, we see a lot of things. A lot of things that are, a lot of positive things that are coming our way. And believe me, on the next Thursdays we have on the next show,
Yeah.
I will show everybody the great things, the great positive things that are happening to us, and good things coming to our lives. I mean, we started working on a nonprofit. Steve Martini, who has been on it, who's my lawyer, and pretty soon everything's gonna. I mean, we're in the process. We're 95% in already, and
That's
things
cool.
are doing well. We have a lot of people. We have a lot of people because I mean we put in the work. Antonio puts in a lot of time with the kids. I put in a lot of time with the kids, and we do a lot of good things for the community. So Steve Martini has put in his time, and he's helped us. And pretty soon, because we have a lot of people that are willing to help, and they're knocking on our doors. We're not knocking on theirs. Antonio knows what I mean. There's people that are like, come on, we're here to help, but you guys, open your nonprofit, and I mean there's people just waiting for us to do it. And it's great. So but we want to do everything right. Since I started working in the gym, I've always said I want to do things right. I don't want to do nothing illegal. I don't want to do nothing out of code. And you know thank God everything's going well. I've always said it takes 1 year to get your feet wet, and in July is going to be 1 year. And I
That's
know
awesome.
that we also plan a grand opening, but like I said, I wanted to make sure that everything was right in order for us to do a grand opening, to show the people and open it to the public, and invite people to come and see what we got.
Yeah, that's that is so awesome, so cool, man. And I'm happy for you guys, and more details will be coming out for you guys. So Saturday, you can go check it out. Make sure you follow Coach's Instagram and all that good
Right,
information.
Renata, you said it's gonna be 1 year already. I was remembering July 1st is gonna be already 1 year, and
July 1st.
July 1st, yeah, July 1st, I made my pro debut, 95.
Wow.
July 1st, 2004, I opened up the boxing club and Boys and Girls Club. July 1st, 2021, we opened up this boxing club. It's July
See,
1st.
There it is. Tonyo.
I
we
think
gotta do
I
we
think
gotta
my
do
down,
something with that day.
I think my dad was July 1st.
There it is. July 1st is Tonyo Day.
2095.
And then July 9th, we'll be in London together.
2095.
I'm my dad July 1st, 2095.
Tonyo, you're the best. Appreciate you coming on. Coach, we'll see you next week. I'll talk to you. I'll send you a text. Te mando un WhatsApp. Tonyo, suerte.
Beto, see you.
Coach, happy
See you in
to on
London.
Saturday. And for everybody that watched tonight, thank you so much. And you enjoy yourself a good weekend. I said I'll be at Ontario tomorrow. Saturday I'll be in
See you.
calling the fights.
Next week, you'll be in London.
Appreciate you guys. Adios, everybody. Thanks for another edition of ThursDIAZ.
Have a good night.